to a damp Bengals stadium for Coon Rapids versus Blaine Girls Soccer live on CTN. I'm Joe Yund, high above the action, hoping to be joined around halftime by Howie Shapiro. But mid-season matchup between two severe rivals, one having a great start to the year, the other still looking to get some things to go right. Coon Rapids at just 0-6-1, while the Bengals are 7-2. However, one of those losses, a shutout loss at the hands of Anoka, and that was the last Coon Rapids game we brought you, was again in the rain over at Goodrich Field in Anoka when the Cardinals were beaten by the Tornadoes a couple weeks back and shut out similarly. But Blaine definitely the favorite here with a 7-2 record. Coon Rapids struggling to put points on the board, but also to keep points off the board, giving up a little better than 4 goals a game through the first 7 contests of the season. And the keeper situation has been back and forth. Also in that contest at Anoka, we saw starter and captain Jalivia Gallegos hurt her shoulder. She's been out since. Here's an opportunity in close for the Bengals right away. A shot and a goal. Just like that, Tina DeGrande puts the Bengals on the board just over a minute into the game. Didn't take long. They get one step on the defender, and Tiana DeGrande gave no chance for Bucalato to get all the way across.
Scoring the goal for the Bengals, number 14, Tiana DeGrande. Time of the goal.
Exactly
1 and 2 seconds of the first
what the Bengals wanted. Just over 60 seconds in to put the Cardinals back on their heels.
Cardinal throw in.
And they have been in possession for most of this first 90 seconds or so. Still a lot of game to be played. But Cardinals have to keep this from snowballing, as it did in that contest at Anoka when they lost to the Tornadoes by a 7-0 score. Bucalato hustles to boot that one away. Bengals just trap it, keep it in the zone. Emily Bauer stepping up. They'll just reset their possession. Ruth's pass is picked off, though, by Ruth Sanaya. Ruth Sanaya sends it to the far side, trying to feed Peyton Taylor, but taken away on the back end by the Bengal defense. Bengals again push it up across midfield, and now bring it back for Newby. A little too far from her, and Naomi Griffith able to get in and get the steal, but getting it right back for the Bengals is Newby. And now back to the end line for Emily Bauer. Janessa Bennett moving it along the far side for Proul. Bengals able to push it into Cardinal territory. There's your goal scorer, DeGrande, chipping it over the defense, but too far. Out of play, a Coon Rapids throw it. Comes Ritzenaya again. Back to Karen, and now played to the corner, and give Taylor a chance to run to it. Too far, out of play. She was covered by Janessa Bennett. Karen will play it back to Mackenzie Nash. Tried to reverse fields, broken up by Root for Blaine. Forces the Ball out of play and a throw in for the Bengals. DeGrande in the middle. Sends it back. And then played too far ahead, trying to spring Lizzie Eggers on a break. Bucalato will boot it away. Rory Ritzenaya met there by Emily Bauer, bumped off the ball, and the Bengals back in control. Ball comes back near side for Naomi Griffith. She'll punch it into the near corner, but too far in front of any Cardinal attackers, and easily over to scoop it up is Bengal keeper Ashley Shackelford. Stopped up by Ellen Becker. But the Bengals right back in control. Weege down the sidelines with speed. Now cutting back to the middle. Tries to cross. That's stopped up. Weege pressured into the corner. Ball lost out of play. And it'll be Cardinal ball. Good pressure on the backside provided by Macy Lodato. This one headed back into the middle. DeGrande gets there first. She tried to cross. That's stopped up by Nash. Tried to send it back over to the side for Weege, but out of bounds. Lodato on the throw-in. Again, the cross broken up by Kudzia. Cardinals not able to get it across midfield, though, as it's turned around by Dristy. Far side, good challenge and takeaway for the Cardinals. And now Ellen Becker gets it back near side for Naomi Griffith. Griffith pressured right at midfield. Good steal by Weege. She'll get it turned around for Eggers. Her pass didn't have enough on it to get through to DeGrande. It was broken up there by Nash. Still Blaine in control. They get it right back to DeGrande in the middle of the field. That pass skipped away from, I think it was Samantha Proul on the far side. Ended up where Bucalato could get a handle on it. Jenna Crosby, the one to step up and break things up this time, and she'll get the return pass along the sidelines and ruled offside. A fortunate break for the Cardinals as Jenna Crosby was running in on a strong angle, unmarked.
Like your focus. Keep it up.
Coach Scott Zachman likes the effort.
Bring it down. Flip it. Hey, Christy, look to go over the top.
Wasn't quite the pass they were looking for on the far sideline. Out of bounds, throw in to the Cardinals. There's a look at Cardinal head coach Karl-Heinz Worley in his second season. Not the start they were hoping for, but always learning and trying to get better week by week. Another pass getting through to DeGrande. And the Cardinals able to recover. Very aggressive defensive style for the Cardinals this season. And here's a shot, a save made. A rebound is sitting there, though. DeGrande can't quite get to it. It's tipped away. Bucalato out to help. Knocked out the end line, and it'll be a corner kick coming up for the Bengals. Good save by Bucalato, just not able to control it. Nash got over to challenge, but DeGrande was right there. Headed toward the net, booted away by Kudzia. Bengals work it back toward the middle. Kudzia again trying to clear. Karen there to challenge. Played back toward the middle by Proul. DeGrande can't handle it. Here's an opportunity for Eggers' shot and a goal. And the Bengals are on top by 2 here in the 8th minute of play. Again, they bring the numbers. Get it to one of their talented attackers. Lizzie Eggers gets a step. Rifles it to the far corner. A diving effort by Bucalato comes up short. Bengals on top 2-0.
Scoring the goal for the Bengals, number 32, Lizzie.
And they go right back at it
Eggers.
off the turnover.
Time to go,
They
8
get the
minutes,
steal, push it
41
back in deep.
seconds of the first half.
Nice save along the back line, and that is unbelievable goal right there. Jada Wiggy got there just in time to save it and just crossed it out of desperation. Samantha Proul in the right spot on the redirect. And Bengals make it 3-0, still not 10 minutes into the game.
Scoring the goal for the Bengals, number 5, Samantha Proul. Time of the goal, 9 minutes and 16 seconds of the first half.
So just 35 seconds between the two scores for the Bengals, and they have quickly blown this one open
Bengal throwing.
and put the Cardinals in desperation mode right away. And they're going to get another corner.
Bengal corner kick.
Created good pressure on their first corner. Came up empty, but didn't take long to get it turned around then and put another one in the back of the net. Perfectly placed, punched at by Bucalato. Cardinals able to clear out as far as Newby. Far side, good challenge by Ellenbecker. Ellenbecker trying to get it ahead for Taylor. Stopped up right near midfield. Bengals keeping the Cardinal end. Karen turns it around. Ritzenaya can't get a header on it. Played back into the middle of the field. Bengals just doing such a great job controlling the ball. And as soon as I say that, they lose it out the far sideline, throw in Coon Rapids.
Cardinal throwing.
Cardinals at this point just need to get something going and get an opportunity. Here's Kepke, a chance, a shot, and a goal! And the Cardinals on the board. So right off the throw-in, talk about just needing to put some pressure on. Anna Kepke finds a little bit of a hole in the defense, and that's too much space. Good effort by the keeper, Shackelford. Can't get there, though.
Scoring the goal for the Cardinals, number 14, Anna Kepke. Time of the goal, 11 minutes and 12 seconds of the first half. Bengal throwing.
Bengals right back on the attack. DeGrande puts it right in. Easy save for Bucalato. Ritzenaya can't control. Pushed ahead again by Lily Newby. Karen stops it up for the Cardinals. Taken right back, though, by Bennett. Proul can't get around the corner. And Now Karen will boot it out and give their defense a chance to reset.
Bengal throwing.
And now a goal kick for the Cardinals as that's out off of Blaine over the end line. Pass doesn't quite click, trying to set it up with Marissa Kavanaugh on the near side. Back they go to Lizzie Eggers. She's stopped up by Ellen Becker, tried to get it ahead to Kepke. Ritzenaya now will play it back. Kudzia's pass spun off her foot a little bit. Weiss puts it ahead. And the Cardinals able to stop it up and clear it at least a bit. Pruill leaves it off, chipped into the corner by Bennett, just over the top of the defense and too far in front of DeGrande. Bucalato out, makes the sliding cover, takes the contact, seems to be okay.
Get that. Hey, now move here, move.
Bengal throwing. On for the Bengals, number 2, Jordan Pascarella. And number 29, Deborah Lear.
Cardinals push it in deep. Taylor was charging, but Shackelford able to get there and scoop it up in front of her. Just about 15 minutes into this contest, Blaine has been in charge for most of that time. They have put some good pressure on. They put 3 in the back of the net. The Cardinals with the last goal on a defensive breakdown by the Bengals.
Bengal kick.
Foul called deep in the corner. Bengals will have a kick from there. It'll be essentially an extra corner kick based on where the foul was called. Jada Weege lined up to take it. Fires it toward the net. Bucalato punched at it. I'm not sure she must have got a piece of it. It went out the end line again, and it'll be a corner kick now from the other side, their third corner of this first half. Weege will kick it away again. This time going low to the short side. Skipped through everybody. Maddie Karen got there, able to clear it out the far side. Didn't quite get out the sideline. Blaine keeps control. Centers again. Weege stepped on it a little bit. Ellenbecker able to clear it at least a distance from the net. Now comes back near side. Kavanaugh moves it ahead. Ellenbecker can't control. Turned around there by Maya Root. Ritzenaya back to try and defend. Eggers pushes it to the corner. Here's Pruill back into the middle. That one bounced around. And now Kudzia will clear, and this one will get out of bounds.
Bengal throwing.
Ouija's throw in, skips around. Played back for Emily Bauer. Stopped up on the shot by Kutsia. Played back toward the middle. That one deflected, chipped out front, redirected, and a goal for Deborah Lear. Just too many numbers. Cardinals can't settle the bouncing ball out front. Lear didn't have to. She just redirects to the back of the net and makes it a 4-1 lead for the home team.
Scoring the goal for the Bengals, number 29, Deborah Lear.
Stopped up by Ava Johnston, played back near midfield where it's picked up by Taylor. Her pass stopped up. Ellenbecker this time stopping things up. Pascarella will play it back. Reset to Bauer. Bengals will try to set it up with some passing. Karen comes over to challenge. Will clear it out of bounds in front of Samantha Pruill.
Bengal throwing.
Oh, I can't hear you. Start talking. Let's go.
Bengals again. Good job staying spaced. This is going to be offside. Great opportunity again for Jada Ouija, but in just a step too early. It's the second time she's gotten loose along the near side. Coming in on a good angle. She put a great shot on, but offside, and the Cardinals fortunate. One skipped away from Koepke. Bengals trying to turn it around. Cardinals trying to control instead. Karen is pressured, plays it ahead. Stopped up by Pascarella for Blaine. Tipped away by Kutsia. And Ritzenaya trying to fight through a couple of Bengal defenders, draws the foul.
Cardinal kick.
Just over midway through this first half, Blaine with a 4-1 lead. Coon Rapids just one shot on goal, really only one opportunity deep in the Bengal end, but they made it count. But in a big hole here against a big rival. Ouija pushes it ahead, long run, too far for Pruill. Out to scoop it up is Bucalato. Cardinals able to force the turnover. Ritzenaya playing it back here for Macy Lodato, who moves it ahead. Here's Ritzenaya again, shot through traffic, going wide, but it'll be scooped up by Shackelford. Ellen Becker steps up, gets the stop, but unable to keep it in on the near side is Marissa Kavanaugh. And it'll be a Bengal throw in right in front of their own bench. Weege sends it ahead, but skips out of bounds, and Cardinals will throw it in again.
Cardinals throwing. On for the Cardinals, number 11, Naomi Griffith.
Pascarella far side, stopped up by Karen. Kudzia's pass stolen away by Proul. Good battle there, won by Mackenzie Nash. Karen trying to push it ahead and does. Gets it up to Peyton Taylor, at least momentarily. The Bengals retake control. Emily Bauer cutting back against Ellenbecker. Looking for Pascarella to try and get around in the corner. Pascarella and Lodato battling, and a little too much pushing and shoving, and foul called. I'm sorry, that was with Mackenzie Nash. She was battling, pushing, shoving. And they say that Pascarella, the aggressive one, she gets the penalty. Cardinals get the kick. Tiana DeGrande checking back in. She had the first goal. She's got an assist in the game as well. Lauren Bosley checking in, getting her first action of the night. But for the most part, the rain has stopped just before we got going. Had rained pretty steady for a couple of hours here in Blaine, and so it's definitely wet out there. It's a little slippery, more slippery than normal. Foul called against the Bengals. Stopped up by Weege. Into the middle to Grande. Sent it back. That pass a little off the mark. Looking for Lauren Dristy. Working her way through as Emily Bauer is shot up over the net. Not a play. And a goal kick coming up for the Cardinals. First shot attempt not on goal for Blaine in this first half. Wanted that upper corner. Good thought. But just chipped underneath it a little bit too much. Looks like some umbrellas popping up in the stands, so rain restarting here in Blaine. Nash steps up to break that up, but the pass got away from from Taylor. Bengals again just attacking right away with numbers. That one's going to go out off of Weege, so another goal kick for the Cardinals. Lost out of bounds off Naomi Griffith. Proul couldn't quite settle it on the backside. She had room. Bengals center. This one just on a tee. Blocked by Johnston. Here's another shot. Save made. Rebound. And second goal of the game for Tiana DeGrande. Lots of pressure. Cardinals unable to clear. Initial shot by Dristy is stopped. Second one, no chance. That was really the third shot because this first shot was blocked by Ava Johnston.
Channel! It's a channel!
Scoring the goal.
Pass a little too
for the
far, and
Bengals. Her second goal of
Shackelford
the
will
match.
just scoop it up
Number
and play it
14,
away.
Tiana DeGrande. Time of the goal, 26 minutes and 44 seconds of the first half.
Karen plays it back. Kenzie Nash moves it ahead. Kudzi has to come back to it along the sidelines. Good boot. Try and give the forwards a chance to run on. Bengals will just play it back to Shackelford. She'll switch field near side to Lauren Bosley. She's pressured right away by Naomi Griffith. The steal. And here's Kepke trying to cross out front. That pass a little behind Taylor. Kepke sends it back out front. Ball still bouncing around in dangerous territory for the Bengals. Good steal there by Ritzenaya. And then a good save along the end line by Jordan Pascarella. Keep it from being a corner kick, but still a Cardinal throw-in deep in the Bengal end. Weege with speed down the near sideline. Waiting is DeGrande, and they'll give it back to her. Here's Weege, this time offside again. That's the third time they've been able to get her free down that left side into the corner with a great angle. But again, they give and go, and she's in just a bit too early before in behind the defense before the ball was struck. Bengals again get the steal right back. Here's Weege one more time. Chips it to DeGrande. Tried to push it ahead for Deborah Lear, but a little too much on it. Over to scoop it up is Bucalato. Again, they chip it behind. This time, no offsides is a chance point blank for Weege, but the big save made by Bucalato. Weege has been flying all over the field. Nearly got to cash in. They finally, she was onside this time, but there's not enough room between her and the goaltender to try and redirect. Bengal pressure continues. That one partially broken up by Karen. Long shot from Proul. It goes wide out of play. And a goal kick coming up for Coon Rapids.
For the Bengals,
Bailey Johnson, Maya Bowman
checking
checking in.
Maya Bowman.
Bengals able to do a little more free substitutions with a 5-1 lead here as we close in on the latter part of this first half. Karen up to challenge, gets the steal away from Lear. The Bengals again stop it up right near midfield, get it turned around, gain possession, start to find space. Their spacing is impressive, and they move the ball well. Eggers will play it back near side for Bosley. All the way back to Bauer. Bauer's pass is broken up. Peyton Taylor trying to make something happen. Had to wait for the ball to settle. Trying to get it back into the middle for Kepke, but it was broken up. And now back the other way go the Bengals. Johnston on the stop up. Here's Weege again. Into the middle, header back to the near side and just out of the reach of Bailey Johnson. Bengal throw in, a little less than 8 minutes left in the first half. Ellenbecker with the steal off the throw-in. Poked away from Griffith out of bounds.
Cardinal throw-in.
And they'll do it again as they were going to get
Cardinals,
Marissa Kavanaugh back in, give Faith Kutsia a break. Again, Bengals composed. Moving that ball well. Weege trying to tip it and get around, and she does. Regains control deep in the corner. Nice step over. Now trying to cross out front. Skipped away from Bucalato and cleared by Maddie Kieran. Back to help out was Peyton Taylor. Her boot will get it to the other end. And the Bengals quickly get it turned back around once more. Eggers ahead, skipped away, but right to Weege. Weege has shot too much on it, up over the net, out of play, and a goal kick coming up.
They gotta get wider. As soon as you take that space, they go wide, and then they come to the middle. We'll talk about it in 5 minutes and 28 seconds.
More pressure from the Bengals. Not a lot on that shot. Pretty easy save for Stephanie Bucalato. She's been busy. Ritzenaya trying to pressure the last line of defense. The Bengals able to get it cleared a little bit. Lizzie Eggers ahead for Weege. And another ball behind the Cardinal defense. Johnston able to recover. Can't quite step around. Here's Weege. Gets room. The shot, the save made by Bucalato. And she will hold on.
Keep talking, here we go.
It is my great pleasure to welcome to the booth the one and only Howie Shapiro.
Sorry I'm late, Mr. Yond. I don't think I've ever been late to a game before.
Oh, I'm sure.
Not like this.
Not like this, maybe. But
hey,
I
was listening to you in the car on the way here, honest to God.
No, you weren't.
I was too.
You tuned in on YouTube for the ride?
Well, because I got an email, so I just clicked over, and there you were. And I heard the last 2 goals being scored.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
You do a stellar job, as always.
Oh, let's not go too far. But I did get some nice compliments from a parent over the weekend. And I'm fooling everybody, because even soccer parents think I know something about this game.
Well, but you do. You do. You know, don't sell yourself short.
It's played with a round ball.
And it's on a field. And they can't use their hands. So you know, I know part of it.
10 players plus a goalie on each team at all times.
Yes.
The rain has returned to Bengal Stadium as we get down under 3.5 minutes remaining in this first half.
Yeah, it sounds like the Bengals just doing a nice job of controlling the action in this first half. From what I've heard, obviously they really have Coon Rapids' number at this point.
Yeah, they do a very nice job with their spacing. They pass well. They have varied up their attacks, left, center, right, and a number of players who have really pressured them hard. Cardinals only a couple of looks at the Bengal end in the first half, really. Fortunately, Anna Kepke able to bury the one opportunity.
Yeah, and I'm sure Coach Worley said we need obviously more pressure on goal. Just the one shot here so far here tonight.
David Johnston will clear that one out of bounds.
But if you score every time you take a shot, that's pretty good odds. But you need more than just the one.
Unless you're flawless on defense, which they have not been quite flawless.
It doesn't sound like it. It does not sound like it.
This Bengal team, give them a lot of credit. They have a lot of different weapons, and they've been non-stop. Have not backed off one bit. They scored the first goal just 62 seconds into the game, and then before the game was 10 minutes old, they had 3 goals, scoring 2 goals a little more than 30 seconds apart to push that 1-goal lead to 3. Here's Wiege again, crashing on that left sideline. This time she puts it home just inside the far post. It's a 6-1 lead.
What a nice shot, especially with that angle. She was able to put it in that side, inside that far post. But again, you can see him doing a good job of getting behind the defense, and she's just going to slip it past.
Well, they've kept trying to feed her down that left wing into the corner. She's been called offside like 3, maybe even 4 times. This time they get it to her onside, and a beautiful shot just inside the far post. And a 6-1 lead with 95 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, at this point, Coach Zachman could start putting some players in that may not get the opportunity here. We'll see in the second half if he's going to be able to do so, because with a healthy 5-goal lead, Joe, as you know, it makes it difficult for Coon Rapids.
Well, and they can't look at it as being a 5-goal deficit. They have to look at it as we need 1. Start with 1. And go from there. But they need positives to build on, and they have not had those. Last time I said they needed something positive to happen, though.
1 minute
they got a goal. They scored
in the first half. 1
moments
minute
afterward. And another strong shot, another goal. This time for Emily Bauer.
Again, just a shot to the far side. Not able to stop that one. A lot of celebration on that bench. She's going to be able to put it to the far side.
Well, you can't leave that much space for someone to take a shot.
Nope. For the Bengals.
In that space, you have to close that gap a little bit. A little bit more than that.
And just continue to be, or at least try and be aggressive.
Now for the Bengals, number 35, Claire Prue.
Unfortunately, Cardinals have been on their heels all game long.
Yeah.
This shot from Wiggy way wide.
Cardinal goal kick.
But just look at the numbers. Shots attempted, 17-2.
10,
Yeah,
9, 8, 7.
Huge disadvantage.
Shots on goal, 13-1.
3, 2.
It's the most goals Blaine has scored in a game all year.
And it is the most the Cardinals have given up in a game all year. We still got another half to play, though. At the half, it's Blaine 7, Coon Rapids 1. You're watching live girls high school soccer on CTN. Downfield, but watching behind the defense has the catch, and he is gone.
Great showing in the 100 butterfly. She can't quite catch the leader. And it's hard to throw you for a loop.
No, not when it comes to swimming.
Back at the Blaine Stadium, and Blaine in complete control as we reach the half, a 7-1 lead. They started it just over a minute in the goal by Tiana DeGrande, and they just never let up. Then in the 9th minute, it was Lizzie Eggers adding to the lead. And then look at this cross and finish. Looked like it was going out, but Wiggy kept it in, and the finish by Prohl. The Cardinals 1 shot on goal, and Kepke made it count. It's 3-1 at that point, 12 minutes into the game, but Bengals just kept on coming. They add 4 more before the half is over. Cardinals on defense just not able to get some clears when they needed them, not marking as closely as they need to. And here's a perfect example, just way too much space for Emily Bauer on the last goal of the half. That came in the final minute.
And on that 5th goal, as you take a look at the domination by Blaine, 17 shots attempted, 13 on net, 7 goals. And the Cardinals, again, just a couple of shots attempted, the 1 goal that they get netted out of that. But, I mean, you look at that 5th goal, your goaltender has a piece of the ball. She's got to be able to bring that in. And that rebound just came right out in front, an easy goal for Blaine.
We'll see it, and as we talked about late in that half, Cardinals can't look at it as being the huge hole they're in.
No.
But just try to get some positives to take away from the second half. Go out there, see if you can get 1. If you get 1, see if you can get 2. The Bengals going to shake things up. They're going to, again, get, with a big lead, they can put in some different pieces. They're bringing in their backup keeper.
Well, that's what we talked about, Joe, is the fact that they can do that. They're in the position to be able to get a number of players out on the turf, and because of that big lead, and I think that's advantageous. And Coach Zachman, it's good theory for him to be able to do that, get some of his girls some more playing time. Because in a closer game, they wouldn't see that field. And they have a deep bench.
Cardinals will get to start with the ball here in the second half. And then stolen right back by Lily Newby. And the Bengals will start to set up. Bauer plays it across for Bosley, moves it ahead. Prohl's pass, far side, goes off Cardinal out of bounds.
This is an opportunity, Joe, that maybe against some second teamers, if Coon Rapids can get some offense going, to try and at least make this a contest.
Still a lot of starters on the field.
Yeah, there are, I'm saying, but if they've got an opportunity.
Step 1, control the ball.
And
that is something that Blaine doesn't share very well. This one played to the corner in front of Bowman. She's able to track it down, pressured there in the corner by Kepke. Ritzenaya trying to break things up. She's double teamed and dumped to the turf. That'll bring the whistle. And the Cardinals get the free kick.
She's gonna take a hard shot, but got right up.
Well, and that, we noticed that too during the game in Anoka. One of the bright spots for the Cardinals is their youth. They have a couple of young players that are playing big roles on this team. Up front, they start a pair of freshmen in Ritzenaya and Kepke, and they've got Peyton Taylor up there as just a sophomore. So, along the front line, there's a lot of youth, a lot of girls that are, 3 girls right there that are going to get a lot of playing time and will be around the program for several years.
Yeah, if you get young girls like that, a lot of varsity experience, that's huge.
Some ball chasers, if we have anyone in the stands.
Little too much on that one, and it just barely gets to the box where the keeper can scoop it up. Pearl pushing it along, far side. Coming back to it is Amber Cohn. Lily Newby, she'll play it back for Jenna Crosby. Her pass stopped up by Kepke. Kepke looking for some support. Didn't get the angle she wanted to on that pass, and it's stopped up by Brosley.
The Cardinals just not able to develop any sort of an attack.
Well, after another brief rain, it's cleared out. The sun's come up.
And the skies are starting to clear, so I think we're going to be okay for the rest of this game and the next one to follow. The field definitely will be in a little better shape, at least dry out a little bit for the boys. The sun stays out.
I wouldn't count on that.
A little bit. The sun stays out.
It's a pretty soaking rain.
Yeah.
It's going to stay pretty damp, but you know, compared to the soggy conditions of our last affair on CTN here, where it was just a soaking rain all night long for both contests. Ritzenaya bumped off the ball. That'll draw the whistle.
Well, hopefully this could be an opportunity for Coon Rapids here now down in the Blaine end. See if they can work something offensively, get some spacing, and see if they can get an opportunity to put a ball in the back of the net.
Got to start with one.
Yes, you do.
Maddie Karen will handle the free kick. Goes direct, misses wide.
Bengal goal kick.
And a goal kick coming up for the Bengals, their first.
She's going to try and go direct on net, but she puts it wide left.
Good steal by Mackenzie Nash right at midfield. Ritzenaya can't get around Bauer.
Offering free in-home consultations. Beautiful floors for less. Call 763-42.
Chip, and this is going to be offside as they tried to spring Lear down the left wing. They're big on that left wing attack.
Well, good thought there.
A little too eager.
Yeah, a little bit too much. But they definitely had the advantage.
Goodsia's kick stopped up by Pearl, but the Cardinals get it turned around again, creating a foot race. Kepke forced it in deep, can't get it on goal, can't get the angle.
I like the fact that she had that step.
Forcing it.
Yeah, she had that step on the defender, but you're right, she couldn't get it to where she wanted to place it.
As we have the winners of the Bengal Soccer raffle. 5th place winner is Denise Dunbar, winner of $50. 4th place winner, Joni Cullen. Prize is $75. The winners will be contacted for the logistics of picking up your prize. Third place prize was won by Bobby Bonin, $150. The second place winner of $200, Teresa Schillo. And the grand prize, first place, Terry Rosas, wins a $500 prize. Congratulations to all the winners, and thank you.
Bengals get it turned around again.
Blaine Bengals Girls Soccer.
Bailey Johnson trying to play it far side for Lear.
With a 7-1 lead, obviously you want to continue to play your best, but you may sit back a little bit at this point because Coon Rapids hasn't really been offering you anything. So at this point, you can just kind of look at the clock, work on some things, but I don't think they're going to be in too much of a hurry to score unless they have that opportunity.
The big thing is we talked about get some other girls some opportunities in real game situations, you know, some varsity play time, and at the same time work on maybe a few looks that you have deeper in your bag of tricks that you still need to polish up. Still a lot of season to be played. We're just about midway through the regular schedule.
Yep.
Another opportunity in close, but thwarted by Peyton Taylor.
Yeah, girls go right back at it tomorrow. They have 3 games this week. They're home against Duluth East and then at Osseo on Thursday.
Cardinal throw-in.
Yeah, I saw that on the schedule. I thought that was kind of interesting. The Greyhounds making the trip south for a game middle of the week. It's always good to get those section games in, you know, get an idea of how you match up against section opponents. But when it's a 2-hour drive, try and schedule those for a Saturday. Typically. I wonder if we contacted the coaching staff if they'd stop at Toby's for us and bring us some cinnamon rolls.
You know, it certainly doesn't hurt to ask. Good friends at CTN. They're good for cinnamon rolls from Toby's. I'm all for that.
Caramel roll.
I love them.
Love their caramel.
Oh, they're very good there.
It's the highlight of going to Duluth.
I know.
The stop halfway.
In fact, you might as well just go there and then you can turn around and go back.
Again, trying to push it behind, broken up by Johnston, and rolls in where it can be scooped up by Bucalato. And they're going to call a penalty on the bump. Bucalato will handle the free kick. Keep going.
Cardinals looking to try and get something going, but Blaine's doing just really a nice job of keeping it down in the Cardinal end for the majority, obviously, of the time since I've been here.
Well, that's been
pretty much that whole thing.
The story of the game. The Bengals doing a really nice job of keeping themselves spaced out, of getting control, passing the ball, building attacks. And when the Cardinals get turnovers, the Bengals pressure them immediately, close their gaps off, and get the ball right back in their possession.
Bengals rolling.
They've got some speed on the edges too.
Oh, the Bengals definitely have players.
Yeah.
Here's a shot from a ways out, goes wide. Another goal kick for the Cardinals.
Cardinal goal kick.
See it again, a good opportunity wide right of the net.
And right off the goal kick, Bengals step in, get the steal, force the play out of bounds on the far side.
Throw in.
And they'll get the throw in deep in the Cardinal end.
They're continuing to be aggressive, even up 7-1.
Oh, well, you mentioned it. You know, you got some girls lower in the depth chart that are getting some chances here, and this one out off of Blaine over the end line, so a goal kick.
Yeah, you want to press.
They're gonna be real aggressive for two reasons. One, it's their chance to play in a varsity game, and they want to put their name on the score sheet. Number two, they want to be back out in that varsity lineup as soon as possible, prove that you know, maybe I deserve to be here on a more regular basis.
Yeah, show the coach that yeah, look at it. If you give me some playing time, I'm going to produce.
Newby reversing field, far side, skips away from Cone. Into the corner where Nash turns it back upfield. Or Griffith, rather. Here's Bauer in the middle. Bauer left foot from a long way out. And Vikings may want to take a look at it.
Well, they signed a kicker today, so we're good. I'll tell you though, you know, that was she tried to loft, you know, put a little English on it, loft it up over the goaltender, but as you mentioned, just you're right. They're right, 3 points. Nice field goal.
Actually, I think it was wide.
Was it wide?
But it was wide left, so somewhere between her and Dan
so
Carlson.
Was, yeah, well, it was a Blair Walsh because Blair was always wide left.
Ball skips behind the defense. Pressure there from the Cardinals, but Bauer able to coolly play it to her partner and get it turned back upfield.
I know you had put a post out about I think somebody had put a Blair Walsh kicker. You said, I'm surprised you didn't come up with the Gary Anderson miss. And I actually found it, and I thought, no, I'm not going to put it in.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you notice on that Blair Walsh miss, it was the Seattle playoff miss we all love.
Yeah.
Laces were in.
Yep.
So snap, hold good for Carlson yesterday for the Vikings. Just finish wasn't there. Here's an opportunity for Taylor trying to run on behind the defense. Stops up, has it, left foot shot out the end line. Was it deflected out? We have a corner or no? We have a goal kick.
We have a goal kick.
Shot wide.
Yeah, again, she just couldn't control that ball. She looked like she had an opportunity, had a little bit of a step on the defender, but she's good job coming back for it and giving her a little trouble, and then that kick is just far left.
Number 19, Lauren Christie. Number 23, Natalie Bennett. And number 32, Lizzie Egger.
Bunch of new players back on the field for the Bengals. They're keeping legs fresh and giving everybody a chance to rest and play. And again, it's a long season.
It is.
If you've got a big lead like this, comfortable, no need to push it, risk injury.
Well, after this one, they don't play till Thursday. They're going to travel to Irondale for their next contest.
Trying to throw it.
We'll be talking a little tennis on Thursday, weather permitting.
Weather permitting, yes, absolutely. It'll be good to see the tennis squad.
Well, we had a match on the schedule early in the season, and then they changed it. Good moves by Koepke, but not a lot on the shot.
Yeah, they were supposed to play today, but of course their match got rained out. We're hopefully to have highlights of that one on Sports Night tomorrow.
Scheduled to play tomorrow, but
not sure if they're going to play.
There's an opportunity for Taylor, a shot, but it's offside. And the shot will not count. I think tomorrow,
Offside.
if I remember right, they're supposed to be, I don't remember if they're at home or if they're at Elk River. No, they've already played Elk River.
They have played Elk River.
So don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. probably find out, though.
I'm going to see if I can find out.
It's a race.
He'll probably beat me. My internet connection seems to be working pretty well. Just sit back and relax while Joe and I surf the internet.
Tennis, they're at Andover.
I knew it.
Chance in close, a big save for Bucalato. A rebound chance, hit a defender out front. Comes free and good pressure. But Cardinal keeper up to the challenge this time.
Went a good job of the defense to clear it away.
Oh, I take that back. There at home against Andover.
At home.
At home.
Well, hopefully weather permitting, they'll be able to get that one in, and we'll maybe hopefully get a camera out there. Get a chance to get them.
Stay tuned for the 10 o'clock edition of CTN Sports Night.
Sports Night After Dark.
Oh, another great look. I think Dristy may have been surprised how much extra room and time she had there, and just put it up and out of play.
Cardinal number 6.
A little bit nice on that play before you. As you mentioned, she did stand up to the challenge, made a nice save.
Couple of players hit the turf, no whistle though. Kutsia can't control. Bengals continue to push too far in front of Johnson, and it's scooped up by Bucalato. Dristy moves it back for Gislason. Into the corner, the cross was just a little bit behind. They had a player there, just couldn't quite connect.
They had a lot on it as well. She would have had to do a nice job to redirect.
Crosby puts it into the middle, deflected, stopped up by Dristy, looking for some help, won't find it. Shot again, not a lot on it, but continuing to keep the pressure around the Cardinal keeper. David Johnston steps up but can't get it around Eggers. She'll get it back, and then it's broken up by Pascarella. An opportunity again for the Bengals, in close and offside.
Offside. Cardinal kick.
Good opportunity there for the Bengals again. Call the offside. Nice little
pretty
attempt
easy
at
call.
this. Yeah, it's an
Bailey
easy call.
Johnson
She was way offside.
Sorry, 3 steps past the blue line before the puck end. I mean,
oh wait,
never mind. No blue lines in this game. But clearly a ways behind the defense before the pass was coming. Dristy dangles, gets it back to Eggers. Now right back into the middle, Dristy. Little touch for Johnson. Johnson crosses Eggers up over the net and out of play.
It was a nice setup. Unfortunately, Eggers couldn't get what you wanted. Tried to redirect that.
Number 46.
But a good job finding her. It just gets a little bit too much on it.
Loose ball, Koepke trying to push it for Karen. Broken up, though, by Lauren Bosley for Blaine. Koepke comes back, gets the steal, tried to feed it ahead to Peyton Taylor. That was broken up. into the mix. Naomi Griffith trying to slow things up. Bengals able to work through it. Back looking for Johnson along the near side. It's knocked out of bounds in front of her by Ava Johnston.
On for the Bengals, number 14, Tiana DeGrande, and number 35, Claire Prohl.
Under 18 left, Joe. Like we said, we've seen a couple of nice opportunities for Blaine, but there's no urgency on their side at this point.
No, they've clearly in the second half taken their foot off the gas a little bit, given some other girls some opportunities, trying to set those girls up
Cardinal throwing.
on certain set plays, and there's nowhere near the same sense of urgency. Coon Rapids, though, still in this second half, while a little more time spent at the Blaine end, nothing to show for it. And again, to this point, just one shot on goal here in the second half. You've got to be able to create if you want to be able to compete. Not sure how this wasn't offside, but the Cardinals have a 2-on-0 here. The shot, save made, rebound still loose, knocked free, and now cleared away by Bauer.
Great opportunity for the Cardinals there, just couldn't make it count.
Well, a little surprised Koepke went ahead and took the shot.
Yeah.
She had Taylor all alone out front, but maybe thinking the goaltender was cheating that way a little bit. But fortunate for the Blaine keeper, and her defense came back to bail her out as she wasn't able to control that shot. Had a lot on it, got a piece of it, and then it went off the post, dove out to try and smother the rebound, and then cleared away by Bauer.
Well, that had to have been her thought. I mean, she figured that the goaltender was going to cheat over to Taylor, and she's going to try and maybe surprise her, put it past her, but wasn't able to.
A little bit of a tackle along the far sidelines will get the whistle against the Cardinals.
Bengal kick.
Yeah, a little push there.
Maybe.
A little bit.
Cardinal throwing.
Bowman unable to keep it in along the sideline. Cardinal throw in now. Ritzenai will check back in for Coon Rapids.
Janessa Bennett. Number 29, Deborah Lear.
Well, the Cardinals certainly have to be scratching their head a little bit what we can do to put balls in the back of the net.
Well, and again, it's not only the offense.
No, you're right.
But I mean, 7 goals allowed now, up to it's over 4 goals a game. I think it's 26 or 36 goals now in 8 games.
Right.
So that's definitely a concern, and only 7 goals scored in those 8 games.
Yeah, and I think that's as big a concern, if not maybe not bigger, than the fact that they have no offense. And
well, you know how many goals, how many games you lose if you don't give up any goals?
you could tie.
Yeah, but you don't lose.
but you don't lose. But you also don't win.
That's true. Best offense is good defense.
This is true.
Remember, this is coming from the parents of a goalkeeper too. But I did have to remind him early in his goaltending career. I said, a goalie can't win the game. He said, what do you mean? Goalies can. They can play these great games. I said, no, unless you get a shutout and you score, goalies can't win the game. Too many numbers coming in. And fortunately for the Cardinals, Johnston able to break it up just enough to get that ball loose, where Bucalato can come up and scoop it up. Goalies can definitely keep you from losing.
Well, this is true, and they keep you in games.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's their job.
Right.
But goalies don't win games.
Catchers can win games. Well, you got to get a hit. You can hit. You can throw a runner out to help.
You could
help your cause. You can do well at the plate to help your cause.
Yeah.
But you're right, goaltenders, they just keep you in.
You just shifted sports on me, throw me off.
I know, me.
But yeah, he likes that catcher position too.
Oh yeah, he's a catcher and a goal.
Oh, Cardinals just late to the party down there in the corner. Thought it was going to go out. Fortunately for them, they are able to regain control, get it ahead to Maddie Karen. Yeah, I'm hopeful. I like to watch the kid play. I don't care. I don't care where he plays, what he's playing. I just like to watch him play. Tried to spring it behind the defense for Peyton Taylor. Had to come back to it. Looking for some help. That's broken up by Pascalera. Johnson will play it back to Bucalato. Claire Poole gets it over for Bowman. Taken away and turned around by Lodato. Ritzenaya just a little too much on that one. She had what she wanted. Peyton Taylor one-on-one at the back line, and you give her a foot race, she's likely to win it. Just a little too much.
Yep. Well, it'd be nice for the Cardinals if they could at least tally a goal here in the second half.
Again, any positives they can take away is what they're looking for.
Cardinal throw it.
Yeah, you talked about the bench situation too. You see
Number 14.
Cardinal coaching staff pretty lonely over there. Just
there's more
Coach
coaches.
Worley and Coach Chapman, and
More coaches than bench players.
well, there's two of each. There's two bench. They have two bench players.
I only see one.
They rotate. They just put two in. Didn't they?
I see one bench player.
Cardinal kick.
That can take its toll.
Yeah, well, no, there's no question about it because
That might have been a hold. Cardinals with a good spot for the free kick here. We've lost track of the contest a little bit here in the second half.
Well, it's my fault because you were probably focused when you were here by yourself. And then I come and I put things out of whack.
Karen going to the back post. But Kepke got ahead on it, but not in the direction they needed to go. Blaine gets it turned around. Well, and we do have a doubleheader coming for you. The boys coming up next, and that should be a good one.
It should be.
The Bengals at 4-4, the Cardinals at 2-6. Bengals coming off a win that broke a three-game losing streak.
Yep, over 3-1.
After they had started out 3-1, and then they dropped three straight. So they're trying to get back on a roll. Cardinals coming off their worst loss of the season to Totino Grace on Saturday would certainly like to come out and have a little bit better showing against Blaine.
Yes, they would.
See the Bengals down warming up back behind the Cardinal net there. Right side of your screen as the Bengal girls look to attack. A big swing and a miss.
Yeah, she mishit that one
for
a little
Tiana
bit.
DeGrande. She had the hat trick in her sights. And just came up a little empty. Yeah, their possession game and their passing has been impressive all game long, have the Bengals.
Yeah, they do a nice job moving the ball around, finding teammates.
Long lofted shot in and easily handled by Bucalato.
Approach the 8-minute mark. No scoring here so far in the second half.
Yeah, it's been relatively uneventful.
Yeah.
The second half, and again, you know, Blaine had no reason to push too hard, and they've continued to stay strong defensively. They've rotated a lot of girls in, made sure a lot of girls got playing time, but you know, they've played strong defensively, keeping the Cardinals from really getting any chances. Bowman sending that one far wide and out the end line, and a goal kick coming up, Coon Rapids.
Yeah, and she just hit that off the side of her foot.
Well, you saw the ball come up and go off the arm of Emily Bauer. I think it was Johnston. Someone along the Cardinals end line was looking for the whistle on the handball, didn't get it. Bowman gets an opportunity, but shot nowhere near the net. DeGrande trying to get it back to her on the near side, out of play. Good pressure from Kepke, but played back to the keeper, and she'll clear it. Stopped up by Karen, back to Kepke. She's offside.
Yeah.
Outside. Final kick.
Hey, White, here we go. 5 minutes. Let's go hard. Come on. Don't let him get one.
The Cardinals knew coming in that this was going to be a tough one for them. Obviously, the Bengals at 7-2, going to move to 8-2. But I think they would have liked to have put out a little bit better of a performance. The weather sure has gotten cool, Joe Yund.
Yeah, it's amazing what a little storm can do, right?
Yeah, compared to what it's been.
Over the past few days, over the weekend. Oh, this one in behind the defense. Bucalato out, challenges, gets to the ball first, takes the hit from Bauer, and the Cardinals able to clear it away. That was heat index into the 90s on Saturday.
Yes, it was. Sunday was hot as well.
Sunday was also very, very warm. And now it's 60-ish.
Yeah, absolutely.
Feels great.
I love it. It's football weather.
I'm a big fan of fall in Minnesota.
Me too. My favorite season.
Number 24, Jenna Cross.
It's almost my favorite season.
Yeah, I know. Your hockey season is your favorite season.
Well, and that goes from October to June, so
That's a long season.
love it.
Yeah, I know you do.
Every last minute. I'm enjoying football season too.
Me as well.
I also
That's
like
my season.
I enjoy all sports, obviously, but
Cricket? Are you a cricket fan?
you gotta know what a crumpet is to enjoy cricket. I have no idea.
I've had crumpets and tea.
I don't know how that game goes, but
Bengals throwing.
I don't think we'll have to worry about calling a cricket match anytime soon.
no, it's probably not going to be. Well, years ago you may have said the same about lacrosse.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, I would have probably said the same about lacrosse.
The chance from the middle of the field for Deborah Lear. Pretty easy save for Bucalato.
Yeah, just,
It's far less busy here in the second
Yeah.
half. Only 5 shots on goal for the Bengals here in the second half compared to 13 in the first. And most of them have been like that, just not huge tests. That one off of the crossbar, bounces around. They get another chance to send it up and over and out of play.
Marissa!
Cardinal goal kick.
Yeah, good opportunity for the Bengals there. Probably one of their best of the second half.
Number 18, Peyton Taylor.
Off the top of the crossbar.
Yeah, bounces right back to Bauer. She
Yep.
says, let me try the other foot.
I guess not.
Big smile on her face. Real easy to miss a shot like that and not feel bad about it when you're up 7-1
Yeah,
with
I think.
2:45 to play. Pascarella, a little bit of room, didn't get that shot through. Stopped up by Ava Johnston and turned around. Ritzenaya came back, but it skipped away from her. Lear trying to send it in. Too far, scooped up by Bucalato. Pass stopped up by Johnston. Ritzenaya comes back to support. Leaves it there for Lodato. Ellen Becker bumped off it and then play broken up by Bennett. Bucalato went way out of the net to go smother that one.
Yeah, she's being proactive on that one, just making sure no opportunity for the Bengals. Just make sure she got to the ball.
And down inside the final minute of play, the Bengals will move to 8-2 on the season. The Cardinals will fall to 0-7-1.
Yeah, tough start to the season for Coon Rapids. Like we mentioned, they'll have a couple of games this week yet to see if they can improve upon this effort.
Well, and you don't want to forget it necessarily, but you definitely have to be able to shake it off and just come out and play better.
Yeah, you just have to move on. You just have to try and learn a few things from this and move forward.
Well, and the big thing, I think the big takeaway here is you got to start better.
Yeah.
You give up 3 goals in the first 10 minutes. One goal on basically a breakaway. 62 seconds into the contest, and you're just making your job that much harder.
Especially against a good squad like Blaine.
Yeah, definitely don't take anything away from the Bengals.
No.
Bengals very good. There are only 2 losses this year to Andover and Anoka, both by 1-0 scores. So it's a team that's pretty good, and they're off to a great start. But the Cardinals just, so many, and again, just a young team, a very small team, only a couple of girls, 1 or 2 girls off the bench. So that's a lot of work.
It is, and you're playing a full game with like tonight, just 1 substitute. So. They definitely can learn some things from this, but you're right though. They have to play more aggressively, start off a little better from now on, if they want to get an opportunity to see if they can win a game here.
Well, we've got more soccer coming up with the boys half of the doubleheader right after this on CTN. Tennis scheduled for Thursday live at 4 o'clock, and then football on the road at Irondale live at 7 o'clock on Friday. We're going to see the volleyball team in action next Tuesday. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, Blaine 7, Coon Rapids 1. Want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. To the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.